channel. Today we are going to be doing 1, 2, 3 projects, and we'll be using chalk couture. So you'll see how very simple these projects are to use, and we can knock out 3 things in one day, super easy. We're gonna start with this one. I'm gonna do some layering. So on this board here, this is actually just a piece of scrapbook that I painted black, and I recommend a chalk type paste or paint for that. And we'll be using this super fun big guy. This is a buffalo plaid transfer from chalk couture. And over that, we will be placing one of these. So we'll start with the buffalo plaid on that. While that's drying, we'll hop over to our other project, which is Hello Summer. I feel like we've just gotten into spring and now we're doing summer things, but that's the way it goes, right? All right, so this is another layered one. So we'll do one part of it, let it dry, then we'll pop over to our next one, which is one for my kitchen that says Mom's Diner, open 24 hours, great eats. I just thought that was super cute. So that'll be going on this board here. This is another one that I just got from a craft store and painted black. Now chalk couture does have their own boards that they sell, and they're already prepped for you, and the paste that you'll be using just rubs right off, so you can change your transfers once a month, seasonally, whatever you want. It's really fun. So you can just get one board, and when you're done with it, wipe it off and do another one. So I love that you can change things up and always do a new project each month. So super easy. I am going to turn the camera angle a bit so that you can see what I'm doing, and then we will get started. Okay, so I unpackaged the buffalo plaid print, and I took a marker and just marked the back so that when I replace the transfer onto the backer, I know which side to put it on. So the first thing you're going to want to do whenever you use a new transfer, and this is brand new, you're always going to want to fuzz it. So all that means is you remove it. I've actually never used one this large, so I'm a little bit nervous, but it'll be fine. So you're going to try not to let it fold in on itself. Okay, so put this over here, and so it's sticking to my stove. Okay, so I just have an old bath towel here, and I'm going to place this on it, smooth it out a little bit, and pull it off. I think I pulled it off and then let it sit back on again. So we are all fuzzed, and now I am going to place it on my board. These big, larger transfers are a little bit unwieldy, but just take your time and position it how you want. I'm going to line this top part up and smooth it. Make sure we're good and straight. And smooth it down. So for this one, I'm going to be using white paste, and when you open it, you just want to give it a stir. If it's a little bit dry, you can add just a drop of water and stir until it loosens up a little bit. You don't want it thin, but if it's just a little bit dry, that's when you can do that. We have a few different applicators. I use this one a lot for small detail work. We have this tool here, and then for these larger transfers, we have the big guy. So I'm going to be putting the paste on with this one and then pulling it with this one, I believe. And we'll see how that goes. Or I might just use this one. Oh no. So I'm loading it up, just pull it, and then you just start smoothing it out. Just go straight across. I really love buffalo plaid. Just something fun about it. going to use this a bit. I'll go a little bit faster. Oh, there we go. Sometimes you just have to use the right tools. Straight across. And it even makes funny little sounds. Alrighty. Just get this corner section here. And you'll see behind me I have a cookie sheet, and in it I have water. So when I'm done with this transfer, I'll just take it off and put it right in the water bath so that the paste comes off. Just getting this corner here. And we're almost done. Okay, I think we have it off. So let me just smooth everything out one last time. And then we will do the big reveal. I am excited. First time I've used this one. And it's kind of like washing windows. So the extra paste, I'm just gonna scrape off and return to your jar. So these jars last you quite a while. I like that. Okay, so cleaning that off. And here we go. Gently, you want to pull not in the diagonal, just the horizontal part. I guess I'm going vertical, so it's not really horizontal. Alright, that looks so cool. So I missed a little here, but it's no big deal. Just makes it look a little more rustic. So I'm placing this in my water bath behind me. Spraying my shirt with water as we go. So I'll just let that set back there, and we'll put this one aside to dry completely, and then we'll put on the second layer. All right, so just move this one aside. I'll hold it up so you can see it better. How amazing does that look? And it was so simple and fast. I've seen tutorials that are not chalk couture, and it's just painting the buffalo plaid by hand, and it's using a massive amount of painter's tape. It takes a really long time. And how fast did I do this one? And it looks amazing, super sharp. I'm really impressed. So that one aside. Now we're gonna move on to our Hello Summer transfer. This is actually a chalk couture board, and I did another tutorial where I did the Sweet Spring design. I'm just gonna do the Hello Summer right on the back. So we'll get this opened up. And then we'll get started.
You put a lot of things on the back of it.
There's my little helper. You wanna say hi? Not today. Okay, so.
I like my last piece of candy.
Candy again. So I'm just gonna mark the back of each section. And I'm just writing glasses and palm because they're the same size, so I'm gonna make sure I put it in the right spot there. And then I'm gonna cut it apart. And I wanna show you right here in the corner, I'm not sure if you can see it. There's these little dots, just a second, Nene. That helps you line it up when you're going to layer. So you do want to put a little chalk in each of these parts, and then when you layer on the next section, you know exactly where to put it, which is great. It's a huge help. And then when you're done, you just rub off those little bits of chalk.
I'm gonna show them the toy.
Go right ahead. You can show them the toy while I cut these apart.
It's a fun toy wheel that play with two poles in, and you put it in. You put the button, it goes up in the air, and you supposed to play it back and forth. The ball goes back and forth. If you press the button, the ball goes up in the air.
Yep, target dollar spot. It's like too much fun to pass up. All right, so we're going to put this one on first, the base. Then we'll layer this one on top, and then I'll do the words. So we'll get to fuzzing this. Remember, always save your backers. You're gonna put these back on when you're done. across, I'm just gonna do it a little bit on the diagonal. We're smoothing that on. And for the base, I'm going to do this color, which is teal. It's a fun summer color.
I don't know if I should have the piece of chocolate or a lollipop.
I don't know. That is a hard decision, Nina. Alright, we gave that a little mix. I'm just going to rinse this off. When I stepped aside, I could see that there was a little bit of bubbling there. So I'm just going to smooth that out a little bit more. There we go. Alright, so load up. That's actually probably too much, but we can always put it right back in. And I'm going to get those little dots I told you about so we know where to line up our layer. There. Definitely had too much there. One day I'll get the right amount down. Alright, so we're just smoothing that out, putting away the excess. A little extra there. And that looks pretty smooth. One more swipe, I think. There we go. And we'll pull it off, see how she looks. And my little marker there, I can see. Perfect. Okay. Here is the very first part of this one. And we're going to set it aside, let it dry. And put on the next two components. And now we'll move on to project number 3. So get that one started. I have a cat who wants to go out the door. You're gonna have to wait, Bunny. I'm in the middle of something. She just gave me the stink eye. Yes. Alright. Put this aside. Okay, Mom's Diner coming up. This actually has a hanging part on it, but I always tuck it up behind because I just put it on a shelf. So I didn't mark that one. I'm going to mark it while I fuzz it. Just lay that down there. Take my marker. Mom's Diner. Oh, that's a funny looking R. Alright, let's put this here. Get this some fuzz. This one I'm only going to do in one color, so it'll be done in no time. Sometimes you can feel that it transfers extra sticky, and this one is one of those situations. So I'm going to lay it down a couple of times. Actually, I might even do 3. We'll see how it feels. Yeah, that's okay. Especially when you're using a non-chalk couture board, you want to make sure that it's extra fuzz. Alright, let's see where we want to position this. It's nice because you can just kind of scooch it around. We're going to move over a little bit, just a hair. I have a cat crying in the background. Alright, smoothed out. And that's how it looks. And I'm going to be using this teal color again. So, get started there. Load up our squeegee. Such a fun word, squeegee. Who doesn't like to say squeegee? Pull it straight across. These projects go so fast, unless you're layering. And Chalk Couture has a lot of colors to choose from. So if you like a lot of color, you can layer up your transfers, and sometimes I just like to keep it simple. Like this one. think we're good. I said a little bit and then I just put a huge glob on there. Sorry, oops, missed a little point there. All right, just gonna smooth it out. Put away the excess. And that big glob I just pulled up. Pull it across. You don't want your chalk to go on too thick. So make sure it's nice and flat. All right. So take this one off and put it in the water bath. You can pull up slowly, so if you missed any parts, you can lay it back down and put a little more paste on. And there we go, that's so fun. Alrighty, so that's in the water bath, and let me show you how this looks. And it is all done. How easy was that? So this will obviously be going in my kitchen. So we'll put it back here for now, if you can see it. Now I'm going to double check. Okay, so the Buffalo Plaid project we're working on seems to be good and dry. If it's not dry, when you layer it on, you're going to pull up that first layer. So hopefully we're in good shape. If not, we'll just add this to the blooper reels, right? Okay, pull this guy out. All right, so I've marked my backers and I'm going to cut these with my scissors, which are over here. I had to stop and let the cat out. She was putting up a fuss. Being loud. Also, I could not get this out of the package, so I had to pause it so I could do that. I should always take things out of the package before I start a video. One day I'll learn my lesson. And it's a very simple thing to pull it out, but when you're in camera, it suddenly seems so much harder to do something simple. Okie dokie. Should I use this one? Bouquets and vase. Hand tie. That actually looks cool. I might do that. I don't know. This one. I was gonna go with this one originally. Decisions. Oh my goodness, I can't decide. This one. This one. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna do this one. I've decided. Changed my mind. I was gonna go with this one, but now I'm not. And let's see, what color shall we do? I'm thinking, I like mustard. It's actually not mustard, it's called marigold, but it's kind of a mustard yellow, and I like that look with the black. I think it kind of goes with this. So we're gonna be using this one. So we'll get that stirred up. Really, you should not leave your chalk sitting open like this. So do as I say, not what I do. Alright, there we go. And I didn't wash this. Alrighty, I'll get this one fuzzed. Now this collection has another set that has flowers in it, so you could also add flowers. However, with the plaid, I think it might be too busy, so we'll stick with this one for now. Or in the end, we'll come back and put flowers. You just never know. Kind of have to go with your projects and just maybe not always stick to your plan, and sometimes it works out better that way. Nina's got her little car there on the floor.
Mama, it's not just the car, it's also has this.
Alright. So my letters hang off just a tad, and I am okay with that. Just trying to make sure that it's straight. Looks pretty good. I think we're set. how this is gonna look in the plaid, whether it's gonna be too busy or if the words aren't gonna stick out enough, but we will try it. Because again, if you don't like it, you can just wipe it off. And speaking of which, just a reminder, if you want to keep something permanent, you can also spray on a sealer so that it doesn't wipe off. You have that option as well. I think we are just about set. All nice and smoothed out. Wipe off that excess. Let's see how we did. It's always so fun to do the reveal. My goodness, I really love it. I really, really do. To make room in my water back there, so I'm just gonna set that aside for a moment and show you how it looks. I think it looks super cool. And there you go. How simple was this project? I love it. So I think what I'm gonna do when it's all good and dry, I'm going to attach some jute to the back of it so it'll hang. I think it'll bring it all together. I'm quite pleased. I don't think I'm gonna add any flowers. I think it would be too much, so I'm just gonna keep it simple like that. All right, so now we can check this and see if it's dry. Yep, I think so. So we can move back to our Hello Summer project. So we'll set this one over here, and we'll set this one up. I'm gonna take just a little break so I can get this in the water bath. Hello Summer, coming up. Pause this one real quick. Oops, I just folded it over there a little bit. There we go. All right, let's see how we want to position it. So we did our shades a little crooked. Maybe we'll do these straight across. I think. All right, I like it. So I'm doing the letters first because it's gonna hit the glasses just a little bit. So if we were to do this, we'd have to wait again before we put the letters on. So I thought this would go a little bit quicker. So these I'm gonna do in white, I believe. And we will do, let's do the yellow, just because we have it out. It's Hello Summer, so nice sunny color. Spread it out. Put back the excess. Alrighty. See how we did. Perfect. Love it. All right, this one's going back in the water bath. Oh, on to this one. Now remember, we have these nice little dots on the side, so we'll know exactly where to line this up. Get the fuzz off. These smaller transfers are so much easier to work with than the big ones, but totally worth it when it comes to the buffalo plaid because I really, really love how that looks. Again, I think I'm a little bit too happy about it. You're all lined up, I hope. So we will put that second layer on. You don't want to push down too hard when you're doing a second layer because you don't want to pull up that first layer, remember. So we're keeping things nice and simple with these glasses. You could also layer in some colors. Now that I said that, I might do it. Just see how it looks. Oh, we'll add a little bit of the yellow to bring it together. Let's try that. I'm gonna just use the stick that I stirred with. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pop it right here along the middle. going to drag it across and see what effect that gives us. Put some here. I might hate it and then I'll wipe it off and do it again. Probably experiment a little bit. We'll drag it down, blend it down a little bit. Let's see what happens. Experimenting on camera. Oops. Got pulled up a little bit. Or no, maybe we didn't. Let's see. We did. Well, I'm going to show you what I did. So what happened is, you can kind of see there, it did pull up some of that first layer. However, lucky for me, I think it looks cool that way. And I like how the yellow mixed in with the white a little bit. So it just looks like a little, like the reflection is hitting the sunglasses. So sometimes mistakes are a good thing. I actually like the way it looks. So to prevent that in the future, I would have had this sit a bit longer before I put on that second layer, and I wouldn't have pressed down so hard on this transfer. So that happens sometimes and it's no big deal. Let me show you this. They also sell these nice sponges, and it's kind of like a magic eraser, and you just wipe it off, dry it, and start over again. But like I said, in this case, happy mistake. I like it this way. What do you think, Dina? Blah. We sound like a sheep and we're happy. So speaking of wiping things off, I just put a thumbprint there, and we are gonna...
I also made this ready stuffing.
Yes, she did. I don't know what she put in it, but she was playing Doc McStuffins, and she wanted a sample of blood. So what did you put in there?
Well, there's some pom-poms, little tiny pom-pom, cut up the pom-poms up, and then I just put a stickery heart.
A stickery heart in there, and there was already some glitter in there, so it looks like an interesting
No,
science experiment.
No, there was no glitter in there.
Well, it used to be. That's what used to hold glitter.
I just put glitter.
You just put glitter there. So 3 projects all done, and how easy was that? Except for a little oops here, but it worked in our favor. So we have the Mom's Diner, Hello Summer, and our flowers. 3 projects. How simple. I will link my Chalk Couture website down below if you want to purchase any of these projects. So many to choose from. We also have a club called Club Couture, and if you join that, you get 1 transfer a month with a small packet of paste suitable for that transfer, and you can get a starter kit, which includes a board, and then you can get started, and you get a surprise every month with a new transfer, which I think is a lot of fun. And you can always go back in, purchase any of their other transfers, and just have a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoyed today's projects, and I will post some pictures of these all finished up and hung, and hope you enjoyed today. Thank you.